best friends already. And because of that, I'm going to let you know that I'm going in, well, actually I'm fresh from a breakup, and I am fine. I'm thriving. Queer breakups are strange. Yes, I'm queer, hear me roar. They're strange because basically we all know each other and we've all slept with each other. So very quickly you have to pick a team. You have to pledge your alliance to someone. What team are you picking? And this morning I realised that I possibly have enough queers on my side to probably storm a very medium-sized Tesco, which is quite thrilling. But look, the one thing that hasn't supported me in this entire breakup, my mobile phone, the one person who should listen to absolutely everything I say. Instead, the Instagram adverts I've been getting are quite toxic. The most recent is fertility help for happy young queer couples. I obviously love the young part of that advert. And their tagline is, "We give you the extra boost you need." Now I'm almost certain that the boost they're referring to is semen. I honestly don't know if semen could have helped us with our differing attachment styles. And I'll be really honest with you all, I honestly haven't seen semen in a decade. If I ran into semen on the street, it'd be so awkward. I'd be like, "What have you been up to, babes? You still living in that house share? Cool. So, yeah, I mean, if it's great, let me know after the show, because maybe I'll get on board. No, I won't get on board whatsoever. But I also went to a wedding. Weddings are so great when you're heartbroken, aren't they? It was a very straight wedding, they're a Christian wedding. They had a lovely signature cocktail which is called the Happily Ever After. I decided if I wasn't going to have a Happily Ever After, I would drink them all. I drank 32 of them. Yeah, it was lovely. But I was also the only gay person at the wedding. And the reason I knew I was the only gay person is because straights, just if you aren't sure about queer lingo, when I say straights, I mean straight people. FYI. So the straights, they love to come up to me and they say, "Oh, I love the gays." And you know what? I had one gay friend. And that one gay friend was such a perfect match for you. By the 30th person, it loses its shine. And I have a really good sort of scale to sort of understand if I would sleep with them, and I say from 1 to Sue Perkins. How much does your friend look like Sue? And if it's above a 5, I will fuck them. I also was forced into a WhatsApp group for the wedding. I know WhatsApp groups are the worst. It was for a coach hire. It was called Coach Craziness. It was me and 30 straights. It's a sort of group that you mute, literally ASAP. And muting's kind of crazy because there's only 3 options for muting, and I really enjoy who came up with them. The first is 8 hours. The next option is a week. And then there's a tiny jump, and the next option is forever. I honestly think whoever came up with that was a bunch of women who were like, "I can't go to another hen's night, I can't be in another hen's WhatsApp group, fuck this." But look, yeah, it was a lovely WhatsApp group, a lot of lovely straight men and women. But then the next day after the wedding, feeling hungover, my phone presents me with a photo album. You know those weird photo albums where your phone's like, "Here, enjoy this strange 10 photos I've mushed together," while there's a weird soundtrack playing like your nephew has just got an accordion. It's just all very bizarre. Anyway, I saw it and I thought, "Oh, lovely, you know who will love this? The WhatsApp group." I'm going to send this off to them. And obviously because I have ADHD, I just didn't think to actually look at the fucking whole thing. So I sent it off, put my phone down, came back in about 2 hours, and there's about 40 texts in this group, and I thought, okay, what's happening? The first was from a man I called Pervy Mike. I called him that because at the wedding he kept saying we were 2 peas in a pod, the pod being that we both loved Fanny. And then his wife, who was called Sarah, who was actually just called Sarah, she's a cunt who thinks the H can be silent. So Pervy Mike said to me, "You've never looked sexier." Sarah said, This group is for friendship and not for fucking. I would say as a queer person that's really hard because I have fucked most of my friends. So honestly it's just like default setting for me. But I wondered, I thought, okay, what is in this album? And I obviously watched the whole entire thing, and you know what? Okay, fine, I see where I went wrong. My phone at obviously 5 a.m. decided to take the 4 nudes I had taken that evening in an attempt to get my partner back, mushed all together, which is really great. Just to give you an image of what my vagina looked like, just to make it really visceral for you as well. Do you remember when maybe you were 10 and your mum said, take this little mirror into the bathroom and see how many holes you have down there? I obviously just used my iPhone to sort of check I still had 3 holes. I also found that I had a hemorrhoid. Which is so great. It's really great having a hemorrhoid at 31. But, you know, I'm fine. The breakup's going well. I actually have a date with someone who may or may not look like Sue Perkins. But anyway, thank you so much. Happy